to be able to just make a choice on your own and just be able to speak for yourself.
This one's wife. Toxic. Another one bites the dust. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Well, I've managed to get 2 songs in the title. Toxic, which of course is a song by Britney Spears, which was released as the 2nd single from her 4th studio album, In the Zone, back in 2003. And, more famously, Another One Bites the Dust, which is a song by Queen. That song featured on the group's 8th studio album, The Game, in 1980. It was a worldwide hit. It charted at number 1 on the US Billboard Hot 100 for 3 weeks and spent 15 weeks in the Billboard Top 10, including 13 weeks in the Top 5. It's actually their best-selling single with sales of over 7 million copies. But I'm not here to talk about music with you, interesting as that is. I'm here to talk about the fact that the toxicity created by this one's wife and Harry continues to permeate every aspect of their lives. The way that they behave has ruined the relationships that they've had with family. The royal family, most members of her family. Friends have been lost. Friends have been disengaged from. Opportunities have evaporated. Partnerships have failed. Content creation has foundered. I've often spoken about how this one's wife exhibits the Sadim touch, the reverse Midas touch, whereby everything she touches turns to shit. This is a combination, effectively, of 2 things. The fact that, driven by her narcissism, she operates in the moment without due consideration for collateral consequences. Secondly, the fact that she is unpleasant, that she believes that she's popular, but she isn't, and her unpleasant and nasty behaviours generate particular environments. I've spoken about the environment that's generated at Monty's Shit Show in relation to the children. If you haven't watched those videos, I'd urge you to do so because they are instructive with regard to the treatment of Archie and the treatment of Lilibet. It creates an unpleasant atmosphere in relation to any family dealings that might still occur. And, most of all, it has crept into their dealings with their staff, with their employees, with the businesses that they are involved in. And the result of all of this? People start quitting. People invariably leave where they work for one of 2 reasons. They have a better opportunity elsewhere, usually linked to more money, or the possibility of advancement, or more opportunities, more interesting work. And then the second reason is it's so shit where they are, anywhere else is better by comparison, even if that might mean taking a hit in terms of status and money. It would appear that as a combination of the toxicity and ineptitude of the gruesome twosome, they have made this heady brew whereby people are seeking to escape. And Nika Shaknazarova writes in the New York Post, Prince Harry has lost another staffer after the CEO of his children's charity Centre Barley has stepped down. Chief Executive Richard Miller, who was based in London, quit his post after 5 years in the role at the youth-focused organisation that Harry co-founded with Prince Sisio of Lesotho in 2006. The Duke of Sussex founded his charity, which translates to Forget-Me-Not, to honour his late mother, whose favourite flowers were forget-me-nots. The charity helps disadvantaged children. The organisation has confirmed Miller's departure, saying he will be replaced by an interim executive director, Carmel Gaylard, who is based in Johannesburg, South Africa. This shift reflects our continued commitment to being guided by voices from within the region we serve, Harry and CISO said in a statement. We sincerely thank Richard for his pivotal role in steering our organisation towards this important evolution. In his own statement, Miller said that his replacement is the logical next step for the charity, adding that the time is right for this shift to local leadership. Carmel is an incredible asset to position Sentebale further as a leader in the region, Miller added. Miller's departure comes just 1 month after Andrew Tucker stepped down from his senior position at Sentebale after almost a decade. That same month, Baroness Linda Chalker quit as a director after 18 years at the organisation. Last year, the charity underwent a major change after advertising guru Johnny Hornby quit last year. Hornby served as a trustee for 11 years at the organisation, spending 5 as chairman. Earlier this year, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were dealt a fresh blow after their Chief of Staff, Josh Kettler, quit after just 3 months on the job. With his resignation, Kettler became the 6th member to leave the Archewell team since they established their organisation in 2020. The couple's revolving door of staffers drew criticism as royal experts suggested that something is wrong behind closed doors. Indeed, it is. And this exodus of executives is clearly demonstrative of there being something rotten in the state of the workplaces of this one's wife and Harry. This one's wife has long been regarded as a bully. Away from the public image, her ignited fury comes to the fore when she's challenged and she lashes out at people. Utilising her hierarchical position of the Duchess of Sussex, she looks down upon people, believing that she is better than them, believing that she can tell them what to do, even though she has but an ounce of the experience and nous of those people that she orders around. She is alleged to have bullied people in the UK, in Australia, and latterly in the United States. And this gives credence to the creation of an unpleasant work environment where people are not listened to, where orders are issued, where there is an absence of accountability. Why else would executives all start to head for the door? Professionals will not stay in an environment such as this. They don't want to be involved. We all know that the reason why the Harkles have an involvement in charity, Harry naturally had a charitable bent from his days in the royal family, but that has indeed been bent in another direction by this one's wife, as ultimately the charities are established for the purpose of reduction of taxes, that they utilise. The charities, for instance, the Foundation of Archewell, being registered in Delaware, enables them to use the majority of donations to cover expenses and costs, rather than it actually be used in an effective way to help those who are actually in need. The fact is that so many people leaving, and after a period of time, that they were able to function quite merrily for a number of years, but all of a sudden, something has changed, something has altered. Andrew Tucker is a friend of Harry's. He resigned after a decade. Johnny Hornby went after 11 years. Miller has left after 5 years. All of this points to somebody having come along and created a toxic environment, and we all know who that is. But not only is it the case that this one's wife will have generated such an environment through her behaviours, her demanding nature, her sense of entitlement, her inability to demonstrate any form of accountability, her absence of emotional empathy, but also she brings out the worst in Harry, who has the capacity for being a bit of a shit, but she amplifies his shittiness. Thus, put the two together and you have a heady brew of toxicity, which means that another has bit the dust. The downward spiral continues. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.